It's now sharing.
Okay. So let's start immediately. All right. So we're at number what?
Number 7.3.
7.3.
Yeah.
So we are given a situation here. Tepo was granted a loan of 100,000
Yes.
on 1st of March, which means on 1 March 2022, at an interest rate of 13.5% per annum compounded monthly. That is the information that we are given. Tepo agreed to repay the loan over 5 years in installments, in monthly installments of 2,398 cents, starting on the 1st of April 2022. So which means they've been given loan on the 1st of March. Then the 1st of April, which means after a month has elapsed, which means you are starting, that's when you start repaying the what? The loan. Yes. So the question is saying calculate the total interest that you will pay over 5 years. Okay. That is the question. Calculate the total interest that you pay over 5 years, which is 7.3.
Okay.
So already 5 years, it's how many months?
It's 60 months.
5 years, it's 60 months. So
Yes.
which means we are. So already, if I calculate my monthly installment, which I am going to calculate to pay every month, it's going to be 2,300 rands, 98 cents, multiplied by 5 years, which is 60 what? 60 months.
60 months.
Yes. So which means you are going to get, him is going to pay a total of this amount, which is 138,058 rand 80 cents
Okay.
after 5 years. So the question now is, how much interest is he going to pay? Which means you are going to take the original amount of loan which he was given, and you subtract that amount from this amount that he has paid, which means the extra amount that you are going to pay is the interest.
Okay.
So let's do that. Tell me what is your answer. So I've assisted you a bit. So let's go. So which means we are going to say that amount, which is 2,398 cents times 60 minus the 100,000, because now I'm being given a loan of 100,000.
100,000.
So how much interest that he will pay over 5 years? The total interest, which means the money that has been added. When you borrow a loan, people are doing business, they add a certain amount for giving you money. So that is what we want to know. How much did these people add on top of the 100,000?
38,058 and 8 cents.
And 8 cents.
Yes.
Okay. So which means we are just subtracting like that. So this is the amount which you paid with interest. This was the amount which we actually given. Since it's business, these people are making a profit out of you, which means now the business or the firm or the loan sharks that have given you money have profited 38,058 rands 8 cents after the 5 years. That is the amount that they would have gained. Get it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So let's go to the next one. Which is saying now 7.32. Tsepo paid 22,300 rand and 98 cents. His monthly what? Installment and an additional 20,000 rand on the 1st of March 2024 into the loan account. He continues to pay the original monthly installment thereafter. How many months earlier will Tsepo repay the loan? So do you see what is happening?
Yes.
In other words, the loan must be repaid after how long?
After 5 years.
After 5 years.
Yes.
But this is what Tsepo did. Tsepo paid 22,300 and 98 cents. So this amount was his monthly installment and an additional 20,000.
Okay.
So which monthly installment is 2,398 cents plus 20,000, you get 22,000. So it's a sum of the monthly installment. This amount which you are having here, it's a sum of the monthly installment and this additional 20,000.
Okay.
So this amount was paid on 1st of March 2024 into the loan account. So him, instead of paying the monthly installment of 2,300, Tsepo paid 22,300 on the 1st of March. So 1st of March 2024, how many years had elapsed?
Oh, from the 1st of March to the 1st of
1st
2
of
years.
March, how many years?
2 years.
2 years. And how many years were left?
3.
3 years. So which means the question now is saying how many months earlier will Tsepo repay the loan? So this is a timeline. So we are going to have a timeline where we are going to say after 2 years, how much money was left after 2 years? Then we subtract this 22,300 minus 22,398 cents minus the amount which should have been left after the 2 years. Then we form a repayment so that we can see how many months earlier is he going to finish the loan, which means it's no longer going to finish after 5 years. It will be less than 60 months since he has paid more amount. So we want to see by how many months are we going to subtract the installment. Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's go for it. So the balance after 2 years. So this formula which they are referring to here as the balance after 2 years, it's from the 1st of March 2024, 2022 until, which means you are referring to 1 March 2020 what?
2024.
22 up to?
Or 2024.
Yes. So this amount from 1 March and then on the 1st of April, which means it's 2 years, April, when he made the deposit, 2024.
Yes.
Was he's making the deposit at the end. So from 1 March to 2022, 1 March, the first deposit is starting at the 1st of April 2022 to the 1st of April 2024. That's when you are depositing the money, isn't it?
Yes.
So that's why there is 2 years. So how are you going to calculate the balance? If you go on a formula sheet for paper 1, you are going to notice that there are some formulas here where you are going to be given PV and FV. So let's use those formulas, PV and FV values.
Okay.
So for the first time, this PV is for the present value, which means we are talking for loans. Whenever we are dealing with loans, we normally use this PV, which means the present value when you are dealing with loans. And when you are dealing with the investments, you want to invest money when your child is born, and every month the money is accumulating, you're depositing any amount every monthly, and you want to know after how many years, and after how many years will the money is going to be 1 million, and you'll be depositing certain amount in the bank, monthly installment. The X is representing the monthly what?
The monthly installment.
So either you are paying 2,000 every month for maybe 10 years, then you want to know, so how much will be in the bank, in the account after 10 years, if perhaps you are investing for study fees for a child that has just been recently born. So normally these are investment. Whenever you see F, we are talking of future value. F for future values, investment. We are investing, you are not owing the bank.
Okay.
So it's normally investment. However, there are some times where we can use them interchangeably, but in general, F, it will be for future values, the money that is going to accumulate after a certain time. That's why there is a what? A plus there. Can you see the plus there?
Yes.
We are adding, the money is accumulating. Then for loan, there is a minus there because you are repaying. So your debt is coming smaller and smaller after a certain number of years. So you are repaying. So this is the present value, P. Now the present value, P, is the money that you have borrowed now. How much is the money that you have borrowed now? The X is your installment that you have agreed with the person giving you money. How much did you agree that every month you are paying that amount? Whether you have bought a car on credit, whether it's a house on credit, how much is your monthly installment? Whether is it a phone, how much is the phone now? This is the P. How much is the phone now? How much is the car now? How much is the house now? Which means you are referring to the present value now. Then X, what installment have you agreed after the interest, whether it's compounded monthly or annually? What interest have you, after you have put the interest into consideration, what was your final agreement that you are going to pay every month? That's where your monthly installment for the car, for the house, for the phone, etc. That is the X. For how many months? Then you indicate your N. So you must be careful there.
And then I is it for interest? So we put the interest on both the numerator and the denominator.
So I want you to look at the difference between those formulas. Tell me what you are going to notice in terms of the difference of the formulas.
In the future value.
What are you seeing?
In the future value formula where we're investing, the 1 plus I all to the power of n, we are subtracting it from 1. It is the n is positive.
The n is positive,
yes.
And also subtracting 1, isn't it?
Subtracting 1, yes.
But on the present value?
On the present value, we are subtracting 1 from the 1 plus I all to the power negative n, and
Yes.
and in the present value, the n is negative. The number of years is negative.
So that's what you must just know there, that the signs for the loan and the signs for the investment. When the investment, you're just subtracting one. But for the present value for loans, it's 1 minus bracket 1 plus I to the power minus n. Get it?
Yeah.
So that is
And
the only.
sir, can I please ask?
Yes.
The I in the formula, both the future value and the present value formulas, the I is, or do we put the interest rate there
Yes. That's the interest.
on both the numerator and the denominator?
Numerator and yes.
Okay.
So that's what we are doing. So now we have our formula. Now you can even know it by head. It's not difficult to know
Yes.
that one. Everything is just the denominator I. Okay.
Yes.
So let's go back to where I'm explaining. So we want the balance after 2 years. So if you want the balance after 2 years, you want to know how much money is now left after 2 years. For example, my monthly installment is how much? 2,398 cents.
Cents. Yes.
That is the installment which I've put there. Then you plug in into the formula. The formula says the interest is 13, what?
13.5.
Percent.
Yes,
Isn't
percent.
it?
Yes.
It's being compounded what?
It's being compounded monthly.
Being compounded monthly. What does that mean?
It means it's being compounded throughout the year, the 12 months.
So why is it there? There is 1,200.
They multiplied it by 100.
Meaning they converted the percentage to a what?
To a
Decimal,
decimal.
2.5 to a decimal, isn't it?
Yes.
Which means they divided by 100. And so now it becomes dividing by 100, and also you are dividing by 12 at the same time.
Yes.
So in other words, you are dividing now by 1,200 because 12 times 100.
It's 1,000.
1,200. That's why it's like, that's where they got the 1,200. They
100.
converted the 13.5% to a decimal first.
Yes.
So how do you convert to a decimal? You divide by 100. So it will be 13.5.
Yes.
You divide by what? By 100. After that, since it's being compounded monthly, which means I'm going to divide again by 12, which means multiplying it by what? 12 on the denominator. That's where the 1,200 is coming from.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. So for 4 years, how many months is 4 years? 4 years.
8 months.
How many months?
48 months.
48 months.
Yes.
And here we are having how many months?
36.
Yes. So what are we going to do then? What happened?
Since he paid the installment after 2 years, with he paid 22,398 cents in 2 years. That means there was 3 years left, meaning 36 months left from
3
his.
years were left, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. So now after the 2 years, what he had paid in 2 years, we just want to know that what amount is now left of the loan. The 3 years, what amount is it, the value of that loan for the last 3 years? So that's what we want to calculate. That's why we've put 3, which means balance after 2 years. 2 years has elapsed.
Yes.
2020 to 2024. So now 3 is left, which is 36 months. So now we want to know 36 is because 12 times 3, isn't it?
Yes.
So now we have found out this is the amount. That 7,804
804 and 94
cents. That is the amount that this person must pay in 3 what?
in 3 years.
3 years. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that is the balance. So now we subtract, since now we are starting from the 3 years where we are. We are starting from the 3 years where we are now, saying that we want to start the new year, 3 years, which means 2 years has elapsed. So now we are calculating for the new 3 years which are coming forth now, which means
Okay.
the same thing. What I do, I started with what? Depositing. I deposited how much? I subtract the extra amount, which was extra additional, which was 20,000. Since I paid on that day 23,000 rand, 22,000 rand, 398 cents. So this
So,
was the amount which you subtract.
so on this one, we don't use the monthly installment. We don't add the monthly installment to it.
No, we are not subtracting, not adding, we are not subtracting also the monthly installment.
Oh, okay.
So which means before you have paid that monthly installment, you are not including it into that.
Okay, sir.
So the amount that you got is 47,804.94 cents. So which means that is the amount that is left out.
Okay.
The 3 years, that is the amount that is left out for the 3 years. And you are still going with that monthly installment of 2,300 already. So it's only a matter of you now knowing when are you going to complete, how early, since the months are not going to be exactly 3 years because you have paid an extra amount here. They are going to be less than 3 years, isn't it?
Yes.
That's what we are calculating now. So which means the present value formula, now we want to calculate the what? The installment. So now since you are saying for the 3 years, these 3 years, the amount that has been left is what? 47,804 and 94 cents. That's the amount that has been left now for the 3 years.
Okay.
However, you have already paid the 2,300. We are continuing with that installment of 2,300. You don't want to change, isn't it, your installment? You want to continue with that installment. So which means you are going to say that balance, which is 47,000, it's now your present amount of loan which you are owing the bank.
Okay.
For the 3 years. Okay. Then the installment did not change. The interest rate did not what?
Did not change.
Everything remains
The same.
the same. But what is going to change is your N. Your N is no longer going to be what?
It's no longer going to be negative.
The N, only the N. We are referring to the N. The N is no longer going to be 36.
Oh, okay.
Why? Because you have put an additional amount. Probably
Yes.
you got a fund from somewhere, you got a donation, someone wants to assist you pay the loan, then you put the 20,000 inside the loan account. So which means your number of years which you are going to be paying this installment, they are not going to be 36, they are going to be less, isn't it?
Yes.
Since you got an assistance here and there. So now the idea now is now, if I continue paying this 2,398 cents, for how long am I going to, for how many months am I going to continue to, for me to cover this 47,804 rands and 94 cents? For how long? How many N am I going to continue paying these 2,398 cents? So that's what you are supposed to solve.
Okay,
From
sir.
there, are you able to solve for N?
Okay, sir.
Are you able to solve for n there? You make n the subject of the formula?
Okay, let me do it.
Yes, let me give you time. You try. Make n subject of the formula. Make n subject of the formula. So in other words, push the numbers. 47,804 multiplied by 1,200 over 13,5. Don't solve the answers. Just leave it as an expression. Divided by 2,300, what, you move everything so that you tell me what is your n going to be. So try that one. What is your n going to be? Are you winning?
I'm almost done.
No problem. And send me your response on WhatsApp. What you are working out, send me on WhatsApp so that you take a picture, send it on WhatsApp. I will open it from this side.
Okay.
Yes. Once you are done, you can just minimize your screen. You go to WhatsApp, you send the response so that I can see it from this side. We discuss it together.
Okay. I got stuck.
Yes, you can send what you are having, no problem.
Yeah, I
Just
sent
send
it.
what you are having, even if you got stuck, no problem. All right, so that's what you're having.
Yes.
So where was the problem? Where did,
Equating the negative n to
hmm,
become the negative 0.77 after I rounded it off.
the negative part?
Mm.
But what do you know about negative?
That they equate and they cancel each other out.
From there, you can say, since we are already having a negative, which means it's negative 0, it's comma what? 7,
Comma
7.
7.
7 what?
7, 7.
Comma 7, 7. Assuming everything is correct, is equals to 0.99 to the power negative 9, negative n, is the
Yes.
same as 1 over 0.99 multiplied by,
N.
I mean, to the
Negative n.
power
N.
positive. But now it will be positive what?
N.
Yes, because I've put it as 1 over. If I want to put 0.99 on the numerator, then it will be negative n. If I put it on the denominator, it will be what?
It will be
Positive,
positive n.
positive n. Exponents, laws of
Mm.
exponents, isn't it?
Mm.
Then you want to solve for n as a positive. So in other words, what you are just saying 0.99, you cross multiply now. This is just over 1. Cross multiplying, you are going to get 0.99 to the power n. Is that correct? Is equals to, now it will be 1 divided by what? 0, which is a negative 0, comma what? 7,
7.
7. What are you getting? What
After
is
cross
1
multiplying.
divided by 0, negative 0, negative 0.77? What are you getting? What are you,
Negative 1,29.
negative
1,29.
negative 1.29?
Mm.
All right. So which means we are saying 0 comma 99 to the power n, 0.99 to the power n is equals to, you said what? Negative?
Negative 1,29.
1.29, like that.
Yes.
So you use the laws of logarithms. For example, if your answer was, we do it like this. We say 10 to the power 2. So my exponent is 2, which is similar to n. The base is just similar to 0.99. It's the same as 100, isn't it?
Mm.
Then if I want the exponent n, which means the 2, which means I'm going to say that 2 is equals to log base of this 10. So this 10 becomes your base. So it will be log base 10 of which number? Of the 100. So log base 10 of 100. Then you get the n, which is the 2. So in our situation, if you want n, I've given you a scenario here, which you can remember in an exam if you have forgotten, which means 10 squared is equals to 100. So that 2 is the same as log base 10 of 100. That's how you do it. So you use the same scenario where you are also saying, if I want n, so we are going to say n will be equals to log base what? If you have understood the exam, log base what?
Base
0.99. This
0,99, yes.
it's log base 0.9, because what the base which you are putting here, it's this base of the exponent. So it will be log base of 0.99. Then in brackets there's that number, which is 100. And your answer there, it will be negative 1.29. Punch in your calculator, you tell me what you are getting.
I must punch it as this as negative 1,29.
Yes. So n is equals to log base 0.99. Your calculator, it has that function for base where you put that base.
Yes.
And of, then you multiply with that 0.99. So do it, let's see what.
It says R.
So it's log base 0.99
negative 1,29
of negative 1.29. It gave you an error. Remove the negative, put a positive. Maybe you made a mistake somewhere. Just assume you made a mistake, put a positive. What are you getting?
Negative 25,37. 34, sorry.
Yes. I will check why, because I'm just assuming everything that you did is correct, isn't it?
Yes.
So I was just showing you how to get rid of what? Of the n. How to get, assuming everything that you have done is correct.
Yes.
Okay? But I have not said it's correct. Assuming it's correct.
Yes, sir.
For n. So let's go back to our original question. Let's go back to our original question. Which is 7.1, 7.1.3. Right.
So
yes. So now, if you do your substitution very well and correct, you are going to find out that what is going to be when you divide, how are you going to get that answer? What it means, if you divide, for example, I will assist you there. You are going to say, let me put it in green or purple. So which means we want to get rid of these values so that we are left with the n, which means here you are going to multiply by. You want to multiply by what? Which means
multiply 13,5 over 1,200
already you are dividing by what?
by
13.
13,5
So
over
there,
1,200
yes. So which means if you are dividing by 13,5, which means we are going to multiply by what?
by 13,5 over 1,200. And what
Over
you
1,
do on the left, you must do on the right.
over 1,200, which is correct.
Mm.
And we are also already, you don't want this, get rid of this. So you are going to divide by what? You don't
By
want this.
1,300.
You are going to divide by as well, which means on the denominator, you are going to be having this, which means 2,300 multiplied by 2,300 and what?
And 98 cents.
And 98 cents.
Mm.
So which means this is the left, new left now. This has vanished. This is what?
It's vanished.
That's where we are. Now we are left with what is inside the bracket. If you calculate very well what is inside the bracket, to say 1 minus 1 plus 13,5 divided by 1,200, you are supposed to be getting this answer. If you solve what is inside the bracket only here.
Okay.
If you solve what is inside the bracket, you must get only this side. You must get this answer. And if
Okay.
you simplify what we have put here, everything this side, you must get which answer?
You must get the 0,766. Oh, I
Yeah.
got that answer at the bottom, but then my 0,99 was the one that was wrong.
So that is the thing. And you also, your answer was negative. Why is it negative?
Because I took the positive one, and I put it on the other side.
No, that is the problem.
Yes.
The one you don't move it. We did not move it. Can you see?
Mm.
We are only dealing with it. Only this. So it should be giving you what is inside here. To the
Okay,
power negative n. What is inside the bracket to the power negative n? And the 1, when it comes to the left, it's going to become minus 1, not 1 minus. This 1 which you are referring to is going to become what? If it goes to the left?
it's going to be negative.
Negative.
Mm.
So when are you telling me what you punched there on the left where you subtract 1, it's going to give you a negative?
It gave me a negative.
Let's verify that. All right, so when you subtract 1, which means that 1 there minus 1, it gives you a negative 0,7776, isn't it?
Yes.
All right, so I get what you are saying. So, which means it's a negative. That's correct, you are right. Let's put the negative.
Okay.
Negative. So the negative, then the negative is there. So we want to calculate n, which means the base, that base which we are referring to. We said the exponent is minus n. They did not use our method, isn't it? But the logic is the same. Where I was cross multiplying, they did not go there. They just equated to say if I know that if I know that 100 is equals to 10 to the power 2, you use the same logic. Now I don't want 10 to the power 2. I want 2. So 2 is the same as the log base 10 of what? Of 100. That is the same way they did here. Log
Yes.
base 10 of 2. So here they want the exponent, even with its sign. So the exponent with its sign, it's minus n, minus n. That minus n. Can you see the minus n?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So it's log base 10. The base is this, which we are going to put as a base here. Log
Okay.
base 10 of what?
0,
Remember,
1,
out
0.
of minus, we got a negative, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. So that negative, if it's inside the bracket, you can take it outside. That's why it can also be this side. That negative, it's allowed in terms of laws of logarithms. You can also put it outside where it can be here instead of there inside, that negative.
Okay.
Can you see the negative? Yes,
Yes,
you are
sir.
allowed where? This side, outside.
Mm.
Can you see? Yes. So that the negatives, they cancel out. There's a negative there at the left side, and also there's a negative on the what? On the right hand side.
Yeah.
Yes. So if the negatives cancel out, you are only left with positive numbers. So these negatives, they cancel out. Cancel out, this negative, cancel out. That's how the negatives disappeared. So
Okay.
yourself, when you calculate, you must know a negative comes out, but you must be able to deal with that negative when you're dealing with local, to say, okay, that negative for the n cancels with that negative. Then I'm only left with n. So your n becomes the log base of what? Punch that answer now. The log base of
1.01125.
Yes. What do you get? Of 0.76.
23.83.
You are getting 23.
82, but when you round it off, it's then 23.83.
Yes. So when you round it off, you are going to get 24 months, isn't it?
Yes.
So if it's 23, okay, if we just say 24, therefore, how many months earlier this person was supposed to pay in 36 what?
36 months.
Yes. So which means this loan, if I have paid that 24,000, I'm supposed to pay for how many months? Approximately how many months? 24 months.
months.
What? Instead of 36.
36.
So the question is how many months earlier?
12
So
months.
subtract, which is 36 minus what? Minus 12. 36 minus 24, which is 12.
Yes.
There were 7 marks. Can you see that there was a lot of work?
Mm.
Yes. So I will share another problem for last year's question paper, 2023. Then you can work on it.
Okay, sir.
Okay, we may stop here for now. I will send another one on WhatsApp that you can practice as well.
Thank you, sir.